Greetings, citizens, and welcome to another edition of Ship Shape, the show where we give you the rundown on what's in the ship development pipeline, who's working on what, provide interviews with developers, and occasionally debut a brand new ship being added to Star Citizen's pantheon of spaceships. I'm your host, Content Manager Jared Huckaby. Now, behind me, you see the ship pipeline. That's the ever-evolving, continuously refined network of phases, milestones, and review checks necessary to ensure you the best possible spaceship for your Star Citizen experience. And it's been a while since we've given the full rundown on what's being worked on and where. So let's get things started and jump right into things, shall we? With the recent release of Star Citizen Alpha 3.2 to our live environment, a new wave of ships have begun their journeys through the pipeline. It's with that news that I'm pleased to report that the Origin 300 series, stalwart of the original Kickstarter campaign, has officially begun its rework and is currently sitting in the earliest stages of white box phase, where it's not alone. Keeping it company is the Banu Defender and the luxurious 890 Jump. Now, on last week's ATV, Chris gave you a few moments sneak peek at the early white box for the 890 Jump, but I think we can do better. Here's a further look at work being done to flesh out the interior layouts for this massive luxury yacht. Now, white box phase is as crucial a phase as any in the development of a ship, as it will form the basis of everything that comes afterwards. It's our chance for designers and artists to work together to determine the foundation of a ship's interior layout, and can go through dozens of iterations before moving into gray box phase. What you're seeing here is just one such iteration of the 890 Jump white box. And while it is yet to be determined if this layout will be the one that gets the green light, we thought it'd be fun to highlight this early, very malleable stage of a ship's overall development for you. Plus, I know how long you've been waiting for this. Now, you can expect additional updates in the months ahead as we move towards its intended release into the Star Citizen universe in the upcoming Alpha 3.5, currently scheduled for Q1 2019. Moving along to gray box phase, we have another announcement I'm very pleased to make. You think I'm gonna miss this opportunity to give you the max update on another fan favorite ship? Durr. You know I wouldn't. Yes, Virginia, it's true, the ship team in the UK have begun their work on the Freelancer variants, which, because of the head start the already flyable Freelancer base model gives them, are beginning their journey ahead of white box and already well into the gray box modeling phase. Yes, it's an exciting time to be a Freelancer owner, and we'll be following the development of these ships throughout their intended journey towards release in Alpha 3.4 towards the end of this year. Now, following ahead to the final art phase, we got a couple ships like the F8 Lightning, which is currently holding as it waits for resources in other disciplines to continue its journey. The Mustang variants, which have moved back from the technical disciplines to the final modeling and surface tweak stage as the team in our Los Angeles studio addresses recent feedback from Chris. The Hammerhead, which takes its place moving ahead into the technical disciplines, where it will reside for quite some time as teams work to bring functionality to all their fantastic art. And then the 600i Touring variant, which is waiting for tech setup resources to become available. It's a busy time for our ship pipeline as 3.3, 3.4, and even 3.5 ships continue their journeys towards a full and complete realization into the Star Citizen universe. But what's next? Even a game of Star Citizen's breadth and scope still needs additional ships to flesh out its various gameplay systems and professions. And one of those that's captured the imagination of backers since the introductions of the Cutlass Red and Endeavor Hope is that of assisting your fellow player when personal injury strikes your character. Yes, medical gameplay and its design is ready to step back into the spotlight this month with the addition of our next concept ship to Star Citizen. Let's go to the ship teams in our Foundry 42 UK studio and let them introduce us to the brand new Apollo medical ship from Roberts Space Industries.
The RSI Apollo is a new medical ship. It's from RSI, which didn't get a new ship in a long while. We have two medical ships at the moment announced in the game, which is the Cutlass Red, which is basically the ambulance in our game, and the Endeavor with its hospital module, which is really massive and really endgame, so we needed something in between.
We had quite a short timeline on this one for a medium ship, so really early on I did a quick sketch of the interior, passed it to concept artist and was like something like this, and it kind of stuck basically. And it works well with RSI styling. The ship still has its flow, you know, it's still quite sleek and sexy, but you know, it's got all that angularness to it. It's like a Lamborghini, turn it into a spaceship.
The RSI Apollo is basically like a small clinic that you can go to the edge of space. This has a capacity of 6 patients with 6 beds, a crew of 2 at the front with 2 ejection beds, and it has a size 2 turret on the top of the ship at the rear, which is more a point defense turret rather than something made for dogfights or anything. And this is a remote turret. It has also 28 SCU of cargo at the back.
And then you've got medical bay space. It's always that sort of fine line between sort of reality sci-fi and gameplay. So it's, okay, we need to basically spawn a player here, but we don't want him popping in. So the player will be delivered. There's a glass cover on top, sort of protecting the player. The thought process is that we'll have essentially like an opaque glass when there's nobody in it, and then you'll hear noises and probably lights will come on and the bed will activate, and then a person will arrive. The glass turns transparent, and you're like, okay, that, you know, the bed's occupied. At least that's how we've developed it at the moment. It's kind of like a self-healing unit, so you'll have a disc that scans the person, finds out what's wrong with them, heals them, and then it opens up and off they go. And so with this ship, you'll be able to pick up people, fix people up, shove them back out the door, you know, so it can be, you know, obviously there'll be medical gameplay.
That we plan is, even if regular ships can do something with medical gameplay, like a player could help other people in the future, you will need medical ships if you want really to pursue the medical career in the game.
The final result I'm really happy with, and it's just sort of going through it basically, and so that's just been a process of refinement, just pushing and okay, add this, tweak this, you know, all the lines, generally, you know, you generally try and avoid parallel lines.
We've worked hard to do a good layout that will please every player and that is really aesthetically pleasing as well. So I think this is a really good ship, and this is bringing new kind of gameplay, so it looks good.
Do you know what, I kind of like playing the medic often. So, you know, I'm not quite sure how this will turn out in our game, you know, but I just want to see it, in game, and just, you know, I just want to see what players do with it. But I think, you know, I can't wait to see, you know, it's not going to be like the Red Arrows, but you can just imagine, you know, just a whole fleet of these guys just taking off and just going off, just rescuing people, or you know, you can imagine just jumping in, massive space battle, debris everywhere, bodies just sort of floating about, you know, and them just in, you know, all the drones just popping out, and scooping up the people and popping them into the base of the ship. I think it could make for a really nice visual as well.
Now that's a good-looking spaceship. The RSI Apollo concept promotion begins today for all backers, and I encourage everyone not just to check the ship out, but the additional medical gameplay post going up on the robertspaceindustries.com website as well. And then stay tuned to Reverse the Verse for a live Q&A immediately following this broadcast, where we'll be talking to the designers and artists who work to bring this ship and medical gameplay to life. For ShipShape, I'm Content Manager for Global Video Production, Jared Huckaby. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. For the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42, you can subscribe to our channel, or you can check out some of the other shows, and you can also head to our website at www.robertspaceindustries.com. Thank you very much for watching.